in the name of God, our Creator, Son, and Holy Spirit. I greet you in the name of the one who reminds us this day that you are signed, you are sealed and delivered through your baptism. Is that not good news? I also want to greet you in the name of our Bishop, Bishop Tracy Smith Malone. And I do have an announcement, and it is a brief announcement, and it is this. Effective July 1, Bishop Tracy Smith Malone will be appointing Reverend Cara Stultz Costello to be the new Tuscarawas District Superintendent. Reverend Steve Stultz Costello will continue to remain and will be the lead pastor here. Cara will continue to be co-pastor with you through June 30th. But effective July 1, wow, Cara is the new Tuscarawas District Superintendent. At this time, though, an individual who I've been working with all week, who has been helping me, is Dr. Cindy Wilcox, and she is here to also make a statement. She is chair of your SBRC committee.
Thank you, Benita. This news is both wonderful news and also difficult news to hear. Difficult because we love Cara so much, and we will deeply miss her here among us. And wonderful news because we know Cara and we know what wonderful gifts she has, and that she will be bringing those gifts and her presence to the Tuscarawas District. And so we know that the Tuscarawas District will be greatly blessed by her gifts and her presence. So we will be rejoicing with her as she moves into this new area of ministry, and we will also be weeping with her as we say goodbye to her presence here among us. So we want you to be assured that the Staff Parish Relations Committee will be working diligently to help all of us through this time of transition. We would invite all of you to come to any of us with your questions, your concerns, your sadness, your wonderings, whatever you carry about this. We'll find our way through this together and walk through this together as we continue to seek to see what God has in store for us in this new year.
Oh, North Canton Faith, I don't know if you really realize how great and good you are. You are one of our top churches. You know how to love on each other, even in the midst of differences. And so I know there's another worship service going, but I want to thank the laity of this church for your good work and your willingness to lean on the Lord and not unto your own understanding. And so I'm going to ask, as Cara asked at the beginning, if you would just extend your hand to both Cara and Steve as I close with this prayer. Oh God, we know the waters of baptism claimed both Cara and Steve long ago. And so we ask, oh God, that you would continue to wash your son and your daughter with enough hope and grace as they move into this time of transition. God, we thank you for their willingness to count this as all a privilege, to be a servant of the Most High God. And then we ask, oh God, that you would be with the entire family. They are going through transition as well. God, we thank you for your love and your grace, and for the way Cara will lead and direct and grant wisdom and be a wise woman on this Tuscarawas District as she leads the church. All 73 churches and all 67 pastors. God, we thank you for the way this church has nurtured Cara and the way the church will continue to nurture Steve. God, grant peace, joy, hope in the midst of these transitions. God, this is a new beginning. And God, we know we do not make this step, we do not take this step alone. So we give you thanks and praise for all that you have done. and for all that you will do for us as we lift up the name that is above every name, as we work on behalf of Jesus Christ our Lord. And all of God's people in one voice said, Amen. Amen.